Arsenal were closing in to see close to sealing a club record deal to sign Declan Rice. The final fee is expected to surpass 100 million. It's meant to be more than 100 million, inclusive of add-ons for Declan Rice. We know there's been some unofficial bids that have gone in as you build up towards this overall package and deal now, but it looks like you're getting your man very, very early in this transfer window, Lee.
Well, you say that, Terry, but we sat here last Wednesday, on the eve. No, it was the day of West Ham playing their final. And you said to me, do you think the bid would be in by the time we do the show next week? And I said, no chance. Here we are. Yeah, it's close. Prepping a bid, lodging a bid, imminent, closing in. Like all of these things I hear, man. Like, come on, do me a favour. Yeah, we've been chasing Declan Rice since January. Yeah. Oh, they're in talks discussing the fee. Well, why didn't we ask in January what the fee would be? Like, come on. Like, am I missing something here? Like, I know it's a big deal, yeah, but at the same time, surely the same procedures happen for a big deal and a little deal, just different payment plans or whatever, yeah, an upfront payment and stuff like that. But it's basically the same thing. You phone the club, you ask how much do you want for the player, yeah, then you think about it and go back with a bid. It's not difficult, is it? Why do people complicate this crap? Yeah, at the end of the day,
I think it's a bit more.
We got told we were respecting West Ham until they finished that final. Well, that final finished 6 days ago.
All right.
Well, where is he then? He should have signed. Oh, but the window's not open. Well, how is everyone else signing players then?
I'll ask you a question then. So when it comes to transfers being that simple, why do you think clubs, including the best run clubs, because the average time it takes City to sign their biggest signings of the summers is about the same as Man United's in the last 5 years. All clubs typically take about the same amount of time to sign players. Why do you think it takes everybody so long?
Well, Real Madrid don't have a problem. They've signed Bellingham already.
Yeah, but
and they're about to sign Joselu today as well.
Okay, but Real Madrid, again, so you're looking at one summer. I've seen Real Madrid sign players late in windows, early in windows, middle of windows. I've seen all clubs do early. All clubs do very late transfers.
I'm not saying that, Terry, but when Arsenal have a history of longing out every single transfer.
Yes, I get that.
We know William Saliba signed a new contract. Why has it not been announced?
So I get this. So I'm not asking you do they or don't. I'm asking you why. I'm asking more for the why behind the what. I know what you think, that Arsenal are longing it out. Why do you think it's being longed out is what I'm asking.
Because they don't want to pay 100 million. That's it. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, we've got a history of this, Terry. Go back to when we signed Granit Xhaka. We signed Granit Xhaka. We could have signed N'Golo Kante, who wanted to come to Arsenal. Why didn't we sign N'Golo Kante? He was cheaper in terms of the fee, 32 million. We signed Xhaka for 35. But the overall package for the agent and the wages meant the fee on top of all of that was 3 million quid more for Kante than it was for Xhaka. This club's got a long history, even back to George Graham era, of haggling on deals. Yeah, David Dean was a lot better than Gazidis and Edu. Miles better. When David Dean was here, we used to go in for a player and they'd want to come because it was Arsenal. Yeah, but we'd still haggle over deals, haggle over prices. We do it all the time. Like, if you need a player that badly, sometimes you just have to pay the money. Yeah, haggling over an extra £1 million. Like, do me a favour. Yeah, we're just giving Reece Nelson 5 million quid in his bank account to sign on. Yeah, and 100 grand a week. And we're haggling over a couple of million for Declan Rice. Why? Because that's what we're doing. Yeah, because I expected he's given his word and all of this one, he's got his heart set on Arsenal, only wants to live in London or play in London. Yeah, he actually lives in Kingston upon Thames, which isn't London, it's Surrey. Yeah, so he wants to stay in London, live in London. Well, he don't live in London. So whoever wrote that article is an idiot. He lives in Kingston upon Thames. But I keep hearing all of these things. He wants London. He wants Champions League. He's given his word. Yeah, he don't want Bayern Munich. He don't want anywhere else. Yeah, you know, he's got his heart set on the club. Blah, blah, blah. He's given his word and all of that. Yeah, Arsenal have been in for him since January. We want him. They've said that they're allowing him to leave. He's rejected 200 grand a week 18 months ago. So he's lost out on about 10 million quid, I think David Sullivan said, in loss of earnings, because he could have got that contract. So why we got the yellow ticker tape coming across Sky Sports yet? Declan Rice to sign for Arsenal then? Like, it's only about the money, Terry. Yeah, we do not want to pay either. See, I read a report the other day saying that they want it in 2 payments.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pay it then. Pay it. Why are we also not allowing, Granit Xhaka's deal to go through yet with Leverkusen? Because if we're that confident that we're going to get a replacement for Granit Xhaka with another 12 weeks of the transfer window or more left to go, then why have we not allowed Granit Xhaka to sign for Leverkusen yet then? Because that's a done deal. It's all signed, ready to go. So, like, why ain't he gone?
I understand your frustration at Arsenal because they've messed some things up in the past. But are you not excited? You're just about to break. If this deal is over 100 million, you're going to break the British transfer record to sign somebody. This is everything you've been asking your club to do.
Oh, mate, I'm buzzing if we sign Rice. I didn't think we'd sign him. If we sign him, I have to buy a shirt with Rice and name and number on the back. That's how confident I was we weren't signing him. Yeah, but listen, it ain't done. Yeah, as far as we're aware, there is no official bid gone into West Ham. There's just talks and talks and talks, which indirectly, we said this backstage, indirectly, that is kind of a bidding process. Yeah, but no official bid has been put out to the public yet. Right, so maybe they have bid. Maybe they are doing, like, trying to save a couple of quid. Cool, whatever. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Terry, we've been here many, many times. Mikhailo Mudryk, Vlahovic, Rafinha, Houssem Aouar. I could go on and on and on. Deal done. Yeah, I can show you a tweet from 2017 from Charles Watts saying Arsenal are extremely confident that in the next 48 hours, Mbappe will be a player of theirs. When he was at Monaco, yeah, and people believe these people. Like, come on, like, some of them are credible. That guy's not, but people believe every word he says because he's wrote a book about Arteta, and it's like, come on, mate, do me a favor.
Who is that? Sorry,
Charles Watts. He's wrote a book about Arteta, and he's charging 20 notes for it. Like, do me a favor, mate. How about I start reporting on what's going on at the football club properly instead of writing a book in awe of the manager that's won 1 trophy out of 15? Yeah, but for me, Declan Rice, top player. I'm buzzing if we sign Declan Rice, but we can't just stop at Declan Rice. Now go and get Caicedo. Yeah, because last summer when everyone was hyping up the transfer window 8 out of 10, and I was sitting there saying 4. Oh, you're negative. You're toxic. Oh, just enjoy it. We signed Jesus and Zinchenko. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, come January window, everyone's going, "Oh, we got a thin squad." Well, didn't I tell you that in the summer when I was giving it a 4 out of 10 and you were hyping up everyone? Yeah, we need a striker, a proper striker, one that can bag 20 goals a season. We need 2 midfielders. We need a right winger. We need a centre back, and we need a right back. And if Tierney leaves, we need a left back. Yeah, and how many of them players do you think we're getting this summer? So it won't be an 8 out of 10, will it? It'll probably be a 4 or a 5 again, because we will not do what's required in this window. We'll go and sign Rice, fantastic, brilliant player. I'll rate him a lot. Yeah, but that'll be the marquee signing. Then we'll go and sign Castagne from Leicester. Yeah, we've just signed Reece up, so that's the right winger covered now.
So what do you think about the Castagne deal?
No thanks.
Why?
Why? Have you seen him play football?
I'm asking, I've got my opinion. I want to hear yours rather than assume it.
Have you seen him play football? Terry is trash. He is absolutely trash. Yeah, if we're going to go and get a right back, we might as well just keep Cedric, because it's pretty much a muchness. We might as well just keep him and save the 12 mil for somewhere else. Yeah, like, what is going on here? He is absolutely shocking. Yeah, but apparently we can assign world-class players in the Champions League, Terry, and we're looking at Castagne. Yeah, like, this is, we rinse and repeat every season. And everyone hype up Declan Rice. I've already seen everyone saying, "Oh, future captain." Based on what? He ain't even kicked a ball for us yet. He ain't even signed for us yet. Future captain on what? Because you fancy him. And because it's £100 million player, so, well, we're giving the armband. No. Yeah, let's see what he does for the club when he gets here. Fantastic player for West Ham. Rate him a lot. I'll take him all day long. But now add to that. Yeah, now go and do that. And yes, we have got time. We can do that. But Terry, I have seen transfer window after transfer window after transfer window. I know exactly what's going to happen. And we'll end up not having enough players. Yeah, we'll end up with a couple of injuries. Tomiyasu will cover at left back now. He's apparently going to be in pre-season. So Tierney will go. We won't bother getting a left back because Kivior can play there. And Tomiyasu can play there. We'll go and get Castagne. Yeah, we'll go with the same centre-backs as last season. And then we'll have Kivior who can cover for one of them. Yeah, and we'll go and sign Declan Rice. We'll go and sign maybe another midfielder somewhere, and that'll be about it.
Fabrizio has just tweeted while we're talking, and he said that Bayern, confirming the news that Bayern Munich have now officially pulled out of the Declan Rice deal because they know he wants to stay in England. Tuchel is a big fan, but the deal was never close to being completed. Arsenal working on their official bid as personal terms won't be an issue. So I think there's not much there we didn't know. We all knew he was not going to Germany. We know he wants to remain in the Premier League. I do think, though, Declan Rice could become your captain. I think he's that good. Now, you've got to see how he performs for Arsenal. But in terms of how good he is, the man's a leader. The man is a born and bred leader. He's a top-class footballer. And I think he'll make Arsenal such a better team. He's so much better than Granit Xhaka. It is unbelievable. I also think he's a 6. He's better than Thomas Partey. And you'll see levels from him being a better team surrounded by better players.
Yeah,
the big
but
question
this is what we should be doing. We should be finding players that take out players that are already in the first team, not just signing backups. Yeah, because we see when we signed backups last summer, Fabio Vieira. Yeah, then we're going into games and then the manager's looking at the bench going, don't really fancy Fabio. Yeah, don't really fancy him. Oh, no, I can't put Tierney on. We should be signing players that get in the first team. And then the first team players that are there now become the backups. And then you've got healthy competition. This is how Man City do it. Yeah, Mahrez was sat on the bench in the Champions League final. Sat on the bench, didn't even get a game. You know what I mean? That's the levels, man.
No, I hear you. And I think that's where Arsenal fans have got to be happy about this deal, but then remain focused, because the article that broke the news that you're very close to this deal last night also stated that you're in for Caicedo and you are pushing also still for Ilkay Gundogan. Now, I know you're not a big fan of taking in Ilkay Gundogan because of, you don't, age and City don't want him and everything else that you said last week. But do you see there being a bid for Caicedo, or can you imagine a world where you get Rice and then slowly the Arsenal press start to talk about other priorities?
Yeah, we're not getting both. It's one or the other. Yeah, and don't rule out Man City bidding for Declan Rice. Yeah, all of this talk about it's nearly done and it's imminent and blah, 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 and it's close and all, giving his word and all that. Man City bid for him, it's game over, mate. I said that last week. Yeah, and like I said before, and it's funny because most of the mainstream media are running with it as well. Said Calvin Phillips could go the other way. All of a sudden, it's like they watch the channel. Yeah, same with Tierney. I said months and months ago, back in November, I said Tierney will be at Newcastle next season. Yeah, like now all of a sudden he's linked to Newcastle. Yeah, and this guy in the chat saying negative. How's it negative, mate? Yeah, it's facts. Yeah, based on what I've witnessed after year after year after year. Arsenal will not do what is required in the transfer market to go and win the title. Why would they? Man City earned £3 million more by winning the title this season than we did for finishing second. They earned £5 million more last season for winning it than we did finishing fifth. So where's the incentive for our ownership to go out there and blow an extra 100 million on top of what we were already going to do to get back 3 or 5 million? No incentive.
Well, there's a super chat that came in earlier on this that says, congratulations, Nuggets, for winning the NBA final. Lee, does it bother you that Arsenal is the only team that doesn't win a trophy? I assume the Nuggets are owned by the Kroenkes as well. So the Rams so when you say there's no incentive, they've managed to create a basketball and an NFL team that have won their major trophies.
And a lacrosse team.
And a hockey team. Fair enough. So why do you not think they're motivated to do it with Arsenal?
I don't know. Just don't see it. I've basically, at the end of the day, Terry, right? We've had a start of this month, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, there was talk that we want to be self-sufficient. Well, we are, because they don't put any money in. Yeah, we want to be self-sufficient. We're going to have the last big summer spend, and then we're going to go, just picking 1 or 2 players here and there. Well, that's what we do every summer anyway. It's what we do every summer. We signed Fabio Vieira for 35 million quid. Whoever sanctioned that should be sacked. Sam Villaconga, 17 million. Well, there's 51 million. We're nearly at Caicedo money now. Yeah, give it to Tierney, and you've got Caicedo money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
you need to be going for both. There's no shadow of doubt in my mind.
If we go out there and go and sign Declan Rice and Caicedo, yeah, we still need a striker. We still need a right back. We still need a centre back. Yeah, we're not going to sign a right winger because Reece has signed a new contract. Yeah, we probably won't even sign a striker because Eddie Nketiah is there. We may bring Balogun back. Who knows? But they'll probably try and balance the books. So they'll get rid of Balogun for 40 mil, get rid of Tierney for 40 mil, and we'll end up with our summer spend net with sales probably not a million miles apart from what we spent.
Yeah, I kind of look. I get why you're downbeat. A lot of people in the audience saying you're being negative, why you're not happy. I kind of get why you are, because it is once
19 years no title, 29 years no trophy in Europe. What am I supposed to be jumping around, knee sliding across the marble? Do me a favor. 19 years without a title. 3 years without a trophy.